All righty. Well, thanks for joining us today, along with Chief Schultz and the Albuquerque Police Department, for a very important message, and that is our kids are back in school. My son's one of those, and a lot of us have kids and grandkids and nieces and nephews that are getting back to school this week, and we want to make sure that we keep our children safe. So now that school has started, we want to remind all motorists in Albuquerque to please be mindful that children are present. And this week, the Albuquerque Police Department, Department of Traffic section, starting this week, the Albuquerque Police Department traffic section started cracking down at school zones like the one we're at here today. Everyday traffic officers will be at selected school zones based on complaints from parents, teachers, and school crossing guards, and our officers will be covering those areas at the start and the finish of school. In addition, 15 of our school resource officers will also be issuing tickets before and after school. We're also announcing today that yard signs like the ones you see here with us today to encourage motorists to slow down are now available. Community members are welcome to pick up these signs at area command stations during regular business hours. So if you want one of these signs, just go by your local or your nearby APD command center and you'll be able to get those for your neighborhood as well. As an aside, folks can also pick up the new no soliciting signs at the area command as well. Right now we have about 3,500 slow down signs and about 5,000 no soliciting signs that citizens can pick up and use in their yards. This is certainly a community effort, and we all need to pull together like we do with other issues to make sure that our children are safe in our neighborhoods. Law enforcement is out there. We will be issuing tickets. This is serious business, but we can't do it alone. We need to remind motorists the importance of keeping our children safe as they walk to school and play in their yards. With that, I'll have Chief Schultz come up and give you a few more of the details. Chief?
Thank you, Mayor. And this is an exciting week for students in the city of Albuquerque. This week, with school going back in session, everyone's excited about going back to school. And unfortunately, as kids go back, they're not exactly familiar on how to very often arrive at their new schools, and more importantly, how to move around the area of the school. And that's why school zones are so important, to make sure that kids can get to and from the school in a very safe manner. We're very fortunate that we've got a very good group of senior volunteers who help as school crossing guards. But unfortunately, speeding in school zones continues to be a problem. Already this week, we've issued dozens of citations each morning and each afternoon. Those citations are being issued by members of the Albuquerque Police Department Traffic Unit, as well as our school resource officers. So every morning, every afternoon, we have officers in many of these school zones, and we go out there, and this is zero tolerance. There's no warning citations. These are citations that may cost up to $270. So this is very, very serious. We also have the signs, very popular. Encourage everyone, and it's not just for school zones. These signs are very popular in all neighborhoods. We ask people to show up to one of your substations, pick up a sign, display it out in your neighborhood, because traffic is the #1 complaint that we receive at the Albuquerque Police Department in every neighborhood in the city of Albuquerque. And then a big push for the no soliciting signs. This is the most popular sign we have ever given out. I have one of these in front of my yard, and in the last 5 years I have not had a single solicitor come to my front door. We have 5,000 of these. They're also available at the substations, so if you don't want someone knocking on your door, if you don't want to be bothered by aggressive solicitors, stop by and pick up one of these signs as well, and it sends a very clear message that their services are not welcome at your house. Again, enforcement is really important, but it's also things like this that help us keep an eye on our neighbors and our communities that makes Albuquerque a great place to live and raise a family. And with that, we'll take any questions anybody may have.
Anybody have any specific questions?
Does this cost any extra money? Is it costing the city extra?
We do pay for the signs. We actually have a budget. We've been doing the signs for several years now. Again, very, very popular. Our new budget took place July 1st, hence the reason why we've got the signs now as part of our new budget process. The signs cost a couple dollars a piece. Definitely worth it, especially the slow down signs. If we can prevent one child from being injured in a car crash in a residential area or in a school zone, worth the price of all the signs.